Squarespace time. You know I love Squarespace. They make making a website so easy. In fact, we redesigned the RuPaulPodcast.com website, and I think it's fabulous. You should actually write us and let us know what you think of it.
Yeah, we want your opinion.
Now, you can get started with a free trial at squarespace.com with no credit card required. How cool is that? Squarespace recently launched their latest version. It's called Squarespace 7, which is a completely redesigned interface, new templates, and an incredible new feature called Cover Pages.
Cover Pages.
Cover Pages. Put the bass in your walk.
Holla.
Now, making a website has never been easier. And when you're ready to purchase a plan, get 10% off with the offer code RU. That's right, 10% off if you go to squarespace.com and punch in the offer code RU. Go there, kids. Casper is an online retailer of premium mattresses for a fraction of the price. You know, the mattress industry sort of forces customers into paying these notoriously high markups. Well, Casper's not a fan of that business model, and neither am I, by the way. Casper is revolutionizing the mattress industry by cutting the cost of dealing with resellers and showrooms and passing those savings on to you. Casper's mattresses are just fabulous.
Fantastic.
I know, girl. You sleep on one every night.
I do.
Oh, they're just fabulous. And listen, they've got this new hybrid mattress that combines premium latex foam with memory foam, so they're extra, extra comfortable.
And they don't make noise.
Ooh, girl.
Yeah.
Listen, they also have a risk-free trial and return policy. Try sleeping on a mattress from Casper for 100 days with free delivery, and painless returns.
Who does that? Free delivery,
Nobody does
100
that.
days.
Nobody does that. Listen, you can also get $50 toward any mattress purchase by visiting casper.com/RU. That's right. You get $50 toward any purchase of a mattress by using the /RU. Go there today. Get started. Well, look who's here.
Who?
It's RuPaul. What's the tea with Michelle Visage?
Holla, holla for a dollar.
Yes, honey. Oh, my goodness. We are up in here doing a podcast.
Yes.
I want to just thank all of our listeners. You know, we get so many notes from people on social media about how much they enjoy this thing. They listen to us on the train going into the city, on the train leaving the city.
On a train, running away from home.
Doing a train up in some back alley by the dumpster near Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, and we have to say, and all the people at Dragcon.
Yeah.
We're obviously doing God's work.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's an outreach ministry that no one else has thought to do.
We're doing our mitzvahs. We're getting our wings.
Yeah, we are getting our, that's right. You're absolutely right.
So we love, the reason we do this, it ain't making us rich.
No, honey,
The reason we do it is because we love doing it.
We love doing it. And selfishly, Michelle and I, we did radio together for many years. We get an opportunity to spend time like it. Because the kids who came to DragCon and talked about listening to the podcast, you know, they talked about the rapport that you and I have.
Yes.
And honestly, I tell them, listen, whether we're being recorded or not, this is exactly what we'd be talking about anyway.
But I think that's what they love is they're sitting with us at your kitchen table and they're just joining in on our normal friendship conversation. When Ru and I go downtown or when we go for a drive, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Talk about the same shit
Exactly.
that y'all are hearing right now.
Exactly.
And I think that's what they like, though, is the real deal friendship. And they go, oh, I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
You know? And everybody's got a friend like that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. You know, if you don't, you've always got us. Just
Amen.
Keep it real and keep it on this podcast.
So we've got a question here, and we love questions from you. And you can send them to what?
RuPaul's Drag Race podcast. It's RuPaul's. Is it
Okay.
plural? RuPaul podcast @gmail.com. Is that what it is?
Right.
Is there an S on the RuPaul? No, it's RuPaul podcast @gmail.com.
Leave the S off for shady.
Yes, leave the S off for shady. That's right.
RuPaul podcast @gmail.com. Although this question comes from Reddit. And
oh my goodness.
And the reason we say that is not, we don't hate Reddit. It's just, if we're going to get any hatred from anybody, it's usually on Reddit.
Oh my goodness.
And I just did an AMA, and I know you've done an AMA.
I have done an AMA.
And I had a great experience there. I think it's fantastic. And it's the hate that really is like, girl, we have no time for it. We love your opinions, but y'all, hey, come on.
I know. If you hate someone, why talk about it?
Why bother?
Why bother? Why don't you just talk about what
Something
you love?
Like. Talk about Miami Vice or some show
Or
that you like.
chicken and waffles. You like chicken and waffles?
I like chicken and waffles.
Talk about it.
Yes. You like getting your nails done? Talk about where you like to get your nails done.
But, who wants to be, can you imagine, what's that thing Madonna tweeted yesterday about saying, all you haters, I hope you're as fun as I am when you get to be my age or something like, did you see that?
No, but I understand she's going through it with this ageism thing recently.
Right.
And I recently had something happen to me as well. We're going to get to this question in a minute where I was in London and there's one company said that to my manager guy over there said that they would dress me. So he said, pick out stuff. I'll send them pictures of what you want. Then they emailed him back and said, she's out of our target demo, which means I'm too old.
Right.
So I tweeted back saying, interestingly enough, J-Lo wears your clothes and she's the same age as me. I wonder if she knows that you're an ageist company.
Right.
And, I said, as a matter of fact, you can keep your little dress. I just think I would have rocked the hell out of it. I wasn't bitter about it. I just was surprised that this company, who's a small little cheap boutique, would tell me I'm not in their target demo. Not that I'm any kind of star. J-Lo's a superstar. I get it. Because you could say J-Lo wears your clothes, but really it's like two dresses, one for the finale and one for Big Brother over there. And then the owner immediately got back and said, sorry, that was our PR girl. She didn't know any better. But the point was, I can imagine how Madonna gets it. Because you look at her, she's about to be 57, and you say, she gets it all the time going, girl, act your age, dress your age. And she said, am I going to tell my children that when they turn 57, they shouldn't be fierce or they shouldn't enjoy life? Or why can't Madonna? She may be dressing what you think is inappropriately for a 57-year-old, but if it makes her happy and nobody's body's better than hers, why can't she?
It goes so much deeper than that. It's so much deeper, and it has so much to do with who we are as a people and how we've been domesticated. We have so many issues around not just ageism, but just women and what the roles we're told people are supposed to play. Most people live their lives through a role that they've been assigned. They don't even know they're playing a role.
Nope.
And so anyone who has the courage enough to step outside of press pause, take a look at what the roles everybody's playing, and actually really change things up, really play by their own set of rules, is my hero. But also they know it's a road less traveled. You spend a lot of time doing that alone because there are very few people who have the courage to do it.
But why do these people think it's okay for them to judge them?
I don't know.
That's where I get the confused. Not talking about me, it's my job, it's your job on a TV show. I'm talking about in life. Yes, you can have opinion. You're allowed to say, you know what, that doesn't work for me, but good for her.
I know it. I got it. I know why. Because they need to strengthen their position, their own position in their own role. To criticize someone else, it gives them an opportunity to strengthen their own belief system. Because if they let another belief system into their consciousness,
it'll mess with them.
Would threaten the beliefs, and they would crumble.
They would ruin their whole world.
It would ruin their whole world. Yeah. It would fall apart like a glass menagerie that's in an earthquake.
But even if you want to sit back and go, you know what, Madonna, for me personally, she's my hero.
Yes.
I am not a fan of the grills. I don't think she needs to wear the grills. I think it's like, girl, but if she wants to wear them, who gives a shit?
Right.
Let her wear. I think she looks amazing. Does she look like a typical 57-year-old? No. Would I want her to look like a typical 57-year-old? No. She's Madonna. And the point is, if you don't always agree, that's great. But there's a way to say things and go, I totally disagree with you completely, but that's okay. And that's what I love about opinions. Everybody can have one.
Yeah, but don't people realize that what you put out in the world is your own? You manifest that.
They don't care.
You know that you are heir to the laws of the world you identify with.
Karma, I've said it before on this very podcast, I'll say it again, is not something you make up. It is very real. It might not come back now. It will come back. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All the bad and evil things you say about people behind your little keyboard.
They don't think they're evil, though.
But
they don't realize.
Are. Is it positive? Is anything coming out of your mouth positive going, I hate that stupid C word?
Right.
She's, I hope she gets killed. I hope. What is positive about that?
But,
Nobody can.
But see, we talk about this too. Those are really young kids. Those are teenagers who are doing
But that's
that.
even worse.
But they, honestly, they grew up in a situation where they don't know that is something that will follow them forever.
That's scary.
They think they're being really clever.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I couldn't say the F word enough times. I couldn't say it enough. I wanted to say, I still can't say it. I say it constantly. But it was a way to sort of say, look, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
For the very young ones, I get it. My daughter, I told you, and I've told this story on the podcast, I had to teach my daughter the nuances of cursing.
Yeah.
How it's like a stew. And if you use too much salt and pepper, you ruin the stew.
Right.
Because there is beauty in the word fuck, but you have to use it specifically. And then it has such more power.
Oh, my God. It's such a beautiful
word.
I love it so much.
And there's so many curses that I absolutely love and appreciate and respect.
Yeah.
But you're right. So the younger kids you can forgive. It's the ones that aren't so young, in late 20s and 30s, that are being so vindictive and evil that should know better.
Well, okay, yeah. Do we forgive the young ones? I mean, they don't know any better, but it still just makes social media such a nightmare when you're like all these voices. Everybody gets an opportunity in this town square to have a voice. And you know what I do? I just fucking block that shit.
Yep,
you know what? I do. I use TweetDeck when I tweet.
I can't.
But this is the thing. Yeah, because you're on your phone in traffic all the time. The thing about TweetDeck is that some people will get off on the fact that I even paid attention to block them. So I won't block them. I will fucking mute them. And they don't know that they've been muted. So I don't have to hear their voice.
So will
I don't
it not
see them.
show up on your line?
It doesn't show up on my line. It may show up on my Twitter, like if Twitter on my phone, but I never look at Twitter. I only look at TweetDeck.
Oh.
Which is owned by Twitter, by the way.
Yes.
Because TweetDeck.
I use the TweetDeck on my computer.
That's how I tweet. I don't never tweet on my phone or anything.
Don't.
So I get to see these columns. So I have first one is a RuPaul column, my column. Then it's mentions of RuPaul. Then it's RuPaul's Dragcon, and then it's RuPaul's Drag Race, and then it's Skin Wars, and then it's
God, it's like never ending.
Good work. So I want to know what's happening with all these shows that I'm doing.
Right. That's smart.
Yeah.
I told you I started blocking. I don't even bother muting. I don't even bother anymore because you can say all the hate you want. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Honestly, it doesn't. I'm at this point in my life. I don't care. I've got my husband, got my kids, got my friends. But you can also leave it off my timeline.
Right.
Don't at me.
Yeah.
I don't need to see your hate.
Yeah.
Take it somewhere else. You can hate. Go. Have a Michelle Visage. I hate Michelle Visage party like Violet Chachki.
Absolutely.
Go. Have fun.
Get a fistful of Jergens lotion and go have a hate fest in the closet somewhere.
Wank it until the cows come home.
Yes, that's right.
Hate away with your left hand, but leave it off my timeline.
Yeah, not in my face.
Right.
Not in my face.
No, don't touch the face.
Touch his face.
No.
Not my hair, not my face.
Leave it away.
Just get it away from me.
Away. So that's kind of where I am with all that. And I know we talked about it before, but it only gets worse. And especially as like the finale comes up or like, as you look at new things. And then it's like amazing how this show is so loved. But at the same time, people are such rabid defenders.
But it goes hand in hand, though, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
The more you get loved, the more, like Madonna, the more you are praised by people,
yes.
The more you're going to be threatened by other people.
I guess it's on every contest, Dancing with the Stars, American Idol, any of that.
I guess so. But listen, I've been doing this for a long, long time, and, Madonna's been doing it for a long, long time.
Yes.
I just worry about the young kids of mine who come through the show who aren't used to this kind of scrutiny.
No, they get affected and it
They get
hurts
really
them.
affected. But you know what? Listen, it builds up calluses. I guess they got to go through it.
Yeah.
Nature and the jungle. Only the strong survive, and that's the way we've set up this system of life on this planet. And so be it. It's just that, I don't know. It seems like it's a disproportionate amount of just negativity.
Well,
it's like
it's
in vogue. It's in vogue
Yeah.
to just be negative.
It's kind of changed recently over the past, I'd say, year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
Not just RuPaul's Drag Race people, because we love our fans, but sometimes their negativity towards people that are fans of somebody else that they don't agree with is really unnecessary, you guys. You can love whoever you want, but why? Why?
Yeah, but listen, I'm not even worried about them because you know what the truth is. The way this universe works, if that's how you want to operate,
And so
the knife cuts both ways.
Yeah.
It will only come back to you. Trust me. Mark my words.
No, and I totally agree. It's
Yeah.
a boomerang. It's like everything I used to be a little shoplifter when I was a kid. Anything I ever stole, which was usually Barbie doll clothes, and I'm talking very young. I'm
That's
talking
hot.
5, 6, 7.
That's
Can I
hot.
tell you the story about the Tic Tacs?
Yes,
down my
I know.
pants? Right.
Yes, yes.
So I would put the Barbie clothes down my pants. And the point I'm making of all this, anything I ever stole over all those years of me thieving, I lost it all.
Yeah.
Somehow I lost it. I couldn't find it. It's karma.
Yes.
You lose the things that you didn't earn. They go away. And that goes to everything.
Yeah.
If you were given something, look at all these lottery winners that lose their money and go broke. Almost all of them that win the Powerball broke, gone,
Yeah.
lose their money. You hear tragic stories. And there's a reason. You have to earn things. If they come easily, they don't remain.
I'm still stuck on you saying used to put the little Barbie clothes down my pants.
You did.
That is when is the first? I've never heard that sentence before.
Barbie doll clothes.
I
I
used to
open
put
the
the-
package,
Yeah.
take them out. I remember stealing like the little Easy Bake Oven packets, thinking they'd be really good, but I didn't have an Easy Bake Oven.
Maybe it was down your pants.
Thinking they'd be sweet, and I just dump it in my mouth like a pixie stick or lick'em sticks. Remember those?
Yes.
And I would just take it and I'd shove it down my pants because there was nowhere else to put it. I didn't have a purse. I was like 6 or 7.
Right.
My mother never caught me
my God,
until
there's
the Tic Tacs down my underwear.
Easy bake ovens. But
I had an Easy Bake.
I do too. Baked with a light
No,
bulb.
not the oven. I had it in
Yeah. That's called a
Down my
Loven
pants.
oven.
Yeah.
Or to some, it's called a Dutch oven.
Easy
Yeah.
Bake Dutch Oven.
Yeah, right.
Yes, light bulb.
Yeah, a light bulb.
It would get the center would be cooked and everything else would be raw. It was hideous. But I stole the powder thinking, because
Easy
I always
Bake
wanted
Oven.
one and my parents wouldn't buy me
Was
one.
it Fisher Price? Who made Easy Bake Ovens?
I don't know.
Easy Bake Oven.
Hasbro
Was it Mattel?
maybe, or one of them?
I don't know.
Don't know either.
Yeah.
But the point is, everything I'd ever stolen would go away.
Right.
The point, the moral, the T is that anything you haven't worked for and that just was dropped in your lap or came to you and you didn't really own or you didn't really not just work for, be grateful for and appreciate will go away.
Right.
So that attitude that you have that you throw at people, it's going to come back to you. 100%.
It's true.
Remember that. And the question basically that we had.
Oh, do we still have time for a question, or are we still?
No, it would pertain to this.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying at the beginning of this segment, I talked about a question, and it was basically what we think of the internet drag generation. And it's not that we don't love the internet drag generation. I'm grateful for it because I think the kids, your show, RuPaul's Drag Race, and YouTube have opened up a whole new generation of drag. And it's unbelievable. But you have to remember humility, children. You learn, you come out, you're fierce right out the box because you've learned from RuPaul's Drag Race and you've learned from YouTube. But what you didn't learn was humility.
Yeah.
You need to be humble. It creates so much more of a better character when you're layered and not just, oh, I'm fierce. There's so much more to longevity and drag.
You
than
said it.
Just being fierce.
Longevity. It's about the longevity because
Yes.
then one of the things that Bianca Del Rio has that a lot of some of the other contestants don't have is she has put in the hard yards on the front line
Yes.
of show business of taking long trips and getting paid very little money.
Yes.
So that when it did hit for her, she can appreciate. She's so appreciative.
Yes.
Of what's happened to her. I'm sure she could have never thought that at this late game in her career. I think she was 38 when she won. 36.
Yeah, she's
something.
about to be 40.
Yeah, that something like this could happen.
Yeah.
And given that second chance, I don't know if you can even convey that to someone really, really young.
No, because they're not trying to hear it.
They're
They
not
ain't
trying to hear
studying that. They
Yeah.
ain't studying
I got a man.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not trying to hear that, see?
What's your man got to do with me?
Exactly. So, we're saying this, but I don't know if there's a way you can learn it without being on the front line fighting the war.
And that's what paying your dues is all about. And you can't create paying your dues. You can't say, I worked for a whole year in drag. No.
Right.
Rue and I worked for 30 years. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying. And it's not just the time. It's the tenacity. It's everything you put into it. It's the humility. It's the passion. All of that adds up. But if you're taking anything, the takeaway from this little segment here is whatever you do it with gratitude and do it with humility. And remember that everything you put out into the universe absolutely will come back. Might not be now.
Right.
It will come back.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, when we come back, we will have Morgan McMichaels, who
Yeah.
is just lovely.
She
Talk
is.
about doing good work and putting good energy
Yeah.
out there. So we'll be right back with Morgan McMichaels.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, the Casper mattress. I love that business model, Casper mattresses,
Yes.
where they cut out the middleman and they pass the savings on to you. I know you've dealt with them.
I do deal with them. I got a mattress from them, but it's one thing that every time I've thought about getting a mattress, in my head, it's always like, I don't want to do, because mattresses are exorbitantly priced.
Yes, they are.
Ridiculously so. You hate going there and dealing with people. They're pushing you to the $5,000 mattress, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
I'd rather buy the $50 mattress than go to Target and get a foam topper. And that I'm never happy because it's like sleeping on a biscuit.
That's right.
It's never good.
I know, you're right. And you listen, Casper is really revolutionizing the whole game. The whole
Yes.
mattress game has been revolutionized by this brilliant company. They've cut the cost of dealing with resellers and showrooms and passing the savings on to you. You know, mattresses can often cost well over $1,500. But at Casper, they cost between $500 and $1,000.
Can I tell you that my king size bed was $950?
Really?
This mattress is so comfortable. It's got this this hybrid thing of like latex foam. So you have a kind of feeling of Tempur-Pedic,
Yeah.
but you don't sleep in the mattress like a Tempur-Pedic. It is unbelievable. It's a premium latex foam with memory foam. Extra comfortable. No noise. Listen,
Yeah.
I have 2 teenage daughters.
Yes.
I can't be having no No, not with Casper. It's unbelievable. And check this out. This is something that I've never heard before that Casper does, which is another reason why I love them. Risk-free trial for a return policy. Okay, listen. Sleep on the Casper mattress for 100 days. Free delivery, painless returns, 100% risk-free. I have no idea what you're waiting for. I am in love. I've only had it for about a month.
Yeah.
In love with
Wow.
this mattress.
Wow. Also, get $50 toward any mattress purchase right now by visiting casper.com/Rue. Just that simple. Terms and conditions may apply. That's casper.com/RU. Okay, we are here with Morgan McMichaels.
Hello.
Is it McMichaels or Michael?
McMichaels,
Mc-
yeah.
There's an
oh,
S.
there's an S.
A
There
Mc,
is
yeah.
an S. My
Very
goodness.
Scottish.
All the
S for sass, S for sassy.
the stars are in the house. Now, they want you to eat the mic, girl,
Yes.
so you can get it going. Now, what season of RuPaul's Drag Race were you on? Because, you know, it all blends in
You
together.
can't
for me.
remember.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I know.
What?
2.
2.
Oh,
Yes.
because you weren't there for
Right.
it.
I watched
Right.
it like a sad sack going, Merle has my
Right.
job.
Right. Were you on All Stars?
No.
No. But you were on Drag U.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Because you were several many on Drag U.
Yes.
And she was also my partner in crime on Hooker Makeover.
Right.
Before
That's
the sex
right.
workers took it away from us.
That's
Can't have
right.
anything nice.
So how you doing? Yeah, you said you were tired because you've been doing what?
Dragcon all weekend.
Uh-huh.
And the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race.
That's right.
On Tuesday.
Yeah.
And you know, all the shows in between. So I think my big toes have just been destroyed.
Have your feet recovered? Mine have not.
No, you know, I made the mistake of wearing these strappy shoes out there and
Did you get
standing.
blisters?
You know what? Tiny straps turn into razor blades
Yes. they
after
do.
standing in them for an hour.
Yeah.
You know, so have my feet recovered? No.
No.
My feet have never recovered.
No, true.
And you were sitting up there so just professional.
Well, you
I couldn't
know,
believe it.
You know, it's such a big production. You know, it takes a lot. I was actually, you know, secretly between you, me, and the people who listen to this, I always want it to be over. Isn't that awful?
It's not awful. It's because you know all the work you put into it. And then when you get there, people don't realize how physically exhausting it is.
Yeah.
Because people, especially when you're meeting and greeting, because you don't, if you really start to let the exhaustion show itself, you'd
Yeah.
be a miserable twat.
Yeah.
And then people come over and they're like, oh my God, I love you. And you're like, great.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
And then
Just
you're a
take
bitch.
fucking selfie,
And then
please,
you're a
and then
bitch.
move on. Right. But it's not that. It's sheer exhaustion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why you feel that way.
Although, you know, I got to say, I did get some sleep. Yesterday. This won't make any sense to the people listening because we're way
doesn't
past
matter.
that.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it doesn't matter. But I did get some sleep yesterday.
How'd that
and,
feel?
And when I woke up, I didn't know where I was.
That's how deep you were sleeping.
Yeah. I
That's
did
how
not
deep
know
you were
where I was.
sleeping.
Because we stayed downtown during, I stayed at the Ritz-Carlton because that's where Dragcon was.
You
and
are
that's
so
where.
bougie.
Well,
I was just going to say, we were at the Hotel Figueroa.
Okay.
Not
You are
the
so bougie,
Ritz-Carlton.
girl.
And then for drag something else,
Dragcon.
Dragcon, and then
Dragcon,
what's the
and
other thing?
The
Finale.
The finale. We stayed there, and so I got to be there, and so it was close. I didn't have to drive back and forth.
Right.
And but when I woke up in my own bed this morning,
Were you like, where am I?
I
What?
did not know where I was. Didn't know where I was.
I love that.
It's great. So Morgan McMichael,
Yes.
I got to tell you, the thing I'm McMichaels, thing I got to tell you that I'm the most impressed with, aside from the fact you're a fabulous drag queen, incredible performer, all of that, is that do you know that when the new girls come to town, Morgan McMichaels has taken it upon herself to become the goodwill ambassador
I do know this.
for the girls who have come to town, to Los Angeles, to drive them around, sometimes even letting them stay at her house.
She gets all the tea.
Driving. Where does that come from? Why do you do that?
She's
My
Scottish.
mother, I
Right.
was a hostess. So whenever I'm from Scotland, as you know,
Mm-hmm.
and when we lived here and we had family come to visit, my mom would put them up and we would take them everywhere and we would do everything. So it's just a thing that I learned from my mom.
Yeah.
So whenever the girls come, and I set up this little West Coast tour. And they stay with me, and I take them to the gigs, and we just have a laugh, and you get to know each other better.
What do you mean set up a West Coast tour?
Well, California and New York, as you know, don't pay the big bucks for
Right.
the girls.
Because of the overabundance of drag talent.
I see.
And the fact that there's real stars right here
Right.
in Hollywood. So it's harder.
Yeah, but they ain't going to the clubs.
Well, you never know.
True, but they ain't getting paid to go to the club. You can't
That's-
bank on a certain night that
Right.
Christina Aguilera is going to show up.
Unless
at the
you're
club.
at the Abbey. You
Right.
know, it just depends. But so I've got 6 clubs in Southern California, one in Palm Springs, San Diego.
What are they? What are the names?
Toucan's Tiki Lounge.
Where's
on
that?
Sunday
I
in Palm
love
Springs.
Toucan's Tiki Lounge
Yes. That
sounds like
in
a fun
Palm
place.
Springs.
Yeah.
Where is that in Palm Springs?
Right on North Palm Canyon, right as you come in.
Yeah.
To Palm Springs. So then Mickey's up here in West Hollywood. Rage Nightclub in West Hollywood.
Yes.
We do Urban Moe's in San Diego.
Urban Moe's?
Yep, in San Diego.
Where is that in San Diego?
It's on University and 4th.
Oh, right in Hillcrest. No, that's down. That's Hillcrest. Yeah.
Yes, Hillcrest.
Yeah.
Then on Thursdays, we're in Long Beach at Executive Suites.
Now, whatever happened to Oz in Long Beach?
Oh, in Buena Park. Yeah, it's a freeway now.
Oh, it's
gone.
no longer.
It's a freeway.
And then the thing in Long Beach, has it always been that? Because there's always been.
There's Hamburger Mary's on Friday. We do Executive Suites on Thursdays, and then we do Delta Show on Fridays.
Didn't she used to do Scandal too? Wasn't that
Yeah,
you?
that's my show on Saturdays
Oh, okay.
in Riverside. So it's every day of the week.
Is Scandal the name of the club or the name of the night?
It's the name of my night at VIP.
Oh, okay.
So
In Riverside.
In Riverside. So these clubs get to... Everybody benefits. The girls benefit from meeting their fans and making money.
Right.
The clubs benefit from getting shitloads of people in.
Sure.
And the fans get to see their queen. So everybody's benefiting.
So you're basically like the Harriet Tuckman of drag.
The Underground Drag Road?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully
can't with you right
I want
now.
them to put me on a $20 bill so
I
bad.
cannot with you right now. The
Well,
Harriet Tubman of drag.
Yeah. Why not?
Hashtag.
Somebody had to do it.
Oh my god!
I mean, somebody. I mean, that's because
We need to have a drag queen that names herself Harriet Tuckman.
ooh, that's good.
Isn't that good?
Harriet Tuckman. That's good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder if there is a drag queen named that, they have to present themselves to us.
Sure.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, I mean, there are so many girls up and coming. Now, you were season 2
Yes.
of Drag Race. How have you seen the girls who come through the show? How have they changed? See, obviously, you spend a lot of time with them. You're the Harriet Tuckman of drag. How have the quality or the caliber of the girls changed since you were one of the pioneers of RuPaul's Drag Race?
Well, with each passing season and each season getting harder and harder to get onto or compete in, like watching the show, like I'm like, oh my God, what would I have done at the Hello Kitty Challenge? Or what would I have done had I seen Olivia Newton-John sitting there? I would have just crumbled, you know? But I think there's a confidence that these girls have. now.
Is it a misguided confidence?
And by confidence, you mean attitude? You mean entitlement? Or do you just mean confidence?
I think it encompasses all of that. There is a little bit of everything in there. There
Little
are some
bit.
bitches that are like, yeah, I got on. And, you know, you see the Meet the Queen videos, they think you're a star. You know, and then there are girls who just are so grateful to have just made it. Even if they got sent home first.
Yeah.
They're so grateful and they just push the brand and they have just nothing that bad to say about anybody. I love it. I just love how fierce it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to look at Dragcon. Look at that. People flew from around the world. There was people from
Unbelievable.
Honduras and Hungary and
Brazil.
Yeah.
Like people are flying from Australia to come here for you and us and the thing that you've created. So I think that confidence encompasses every kind of confidence.
Yeah.
Cocky, you know, catty, whatever it may be.
Yep.
So
Right.
yeah.
Now, the girls who you sort of host and house, you choose them, or is it just based on their popularity? Because I'm sure some of the girls haven't been as grateful as maybe they should be by you hosting them.
Well, they're the you know, and whether we want to admit it or not, there's a hierarchy in the drag family. You know, the top three is always
Sure.
You know,
Oh,
it's a
right.
hierarchy.
Yeah.
It's just how social life
Yeah.
is. So the top tier girls rarely come through. I'm lucky enough to get Jujubee or Latrice every now and then when they come, because they are friends of mine.
Yeah.
But like I haven't had the Biancas, and because they're so busy, they're in
Right.
Austria and they're in, you know, Australia, and so
It'll
get
slow
that.
down, girl.
Oh yes, I know, but
know.
I'm just grateful to give the girls that don't have that
Oh,
opportunity
you're
to
so
travel
sweet.
because I made my own way.
Yes.
You know, landing where I landed on Drag Race, I'm still so grateful to have my head above the water.
Right.
And still, you know, I may not be as relevant as other girls, but I'm still in somebody's eye.
Well, but you know, but I'd seen you for years in this town, way before Drag Race. So you've actually put in the hard yards to earn the title of a classic girl, classic working girl, and you know how to put on a show too.
I have fun, and I always remember seeing you at the shows, and the nerves still I'm sweating bullets right now because I'm just sitting.
Yeah,
next
because
to
I think
the
the
two
first
of
time I
It's so
saw
funny.
you, I had gone to a show at Peanuts, which is 7969
Yes.
7969 Santa Monica Boulevard. This must have been maybe 04, perhaps.
I remember you sitting outside with your overalls on, your dungarees, and you were talking to some friends of mine, and I just walked past. I couldn't look.
Right. Because you know, I love drag. I love everything. I love anybody who, first of all, bucks the system. You know, because for a boy to do drag, it is such it's such a punk rock thing to do. You know, and so I always champion anyone who does it. Anyone. So I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it. Now, when did you leave Scotland?
99, I finally moved to America. I was born in 81, moved here in 87. My mom moved us back to Scotland in 94.
Where in Scotland?
West of Glasgow. A little place called Alexandria. Yeah.
So moved you guys back here in 94.
No, yeah. Back home to Scotland in 94, and then I moved back here in 99.
In 99.
Yeah.
Right. And was it difficult to get American citizenship?
I'm a dual national.
I see.
My mom's American, so
Oh.
I can live here and work here, and I have a social security card, so, you know.
Yeah. Actually, someone brought you up at Dragcon. Someone from Scotland, or someone said that they were big fans of you. They got into the show because of you, or something about that. Do they see the show in Scotland?
Yes, they do. There's a huge
Glaswegian fan.
Glaswegian, as you know, you've been on Big Brother, and all of like the Drag Race community went behind Michelle. We were like,
What is Glaswegian?
Glasgow,
Scotland.
It's the West Coast. It's like the West. Oh,
Wait a minute.
shit.
I don't understand what that term means.
Glasgow is a city in Scotland.
Yeah.
Huge drag race.
Where's the
fan base.
Wegian come in?
That's what you call people from Glasgow, Glaswegians.
Oh, okay, like a San Diegan.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
okay.
You say
Glaswegian.
San Diegan?
Yeah, it's called San Diegan.
Really?
Yeah. And what's in an LA person? Angelino?
Angelino.
Los Angelino.
It's an Angelino, right?
Angelino.
Yeah. So someone from Glasgow
Is then
Glaswegian.
is Glaswegian.
Yeah.
How about that? I did
Like
not
from
know
Manchester,
that.
they're
Yeah.
Mancunians.
You are kidding me.
No.
Where?
Mancunians?
Doesn't that sound like a...
Where do they get
Doesn't that
that?
sound like, I am a Mancunian. I am here to take you back to my planet.
Oh my God. Here, I'm getting you some water. water over.
Thank you. I'm just hacking up an old lung.
No, please. Yeah, because
your last client.
we, I'm actually going to the UK.
I'm so proud of you
because True TV is showing seasons 1 through 7.
6
through 6. Is it? I don't know. I know they're starting with 4.
At least they're showing season 2.
Yeah, they are showing.
starting with season 4.
Starting with season 4, but I'm going over there very soon to start promoting that on True TV. I'm assuming True TV is also in Scotland, right?
I would think because they're part of the UK.
Yeah.
It's on Sky, the Sky Network, I'm quite sure.
No, True TV is True TV.
Yeah, but is it not like the Sky?
Sky is Sky. It's not.
Yeah, but the Sky Network, like there are Sky channels.
Right, like Sky Living and.
But like AT&T Uverse or
like a bundle?
Or Comcast or something,
Yeah,
right.
so
That
I
I
think
don't
True
know.
TV is on there.
Yeah?
I hope
But
so.
when I lived in Scotland, there was no drag.
Really?
None. The only person we had as a drag queen was obviously you. You're international, though. You know, you were never really like, let me go to Scotland and hang out.
Right.
Was Lily Savage.
Right.
Who
Paul O'Grady.
is
Yeah.
legendary.
Yeah. No, it was Lily Savage who did the Snatch Game show, Blankety Blank,
Yes,
right?
correct.
But
Yeah.
that's all we had.
Yeah.
So now the queens have 7 seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Right.
And Lily's not even Scottish. She's from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're I UK.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But now the queens are they're out in force.
Sure.
I mean, so many of the girls have sent like all of us sisters, our Drag Race sisters, their videos, their audition videos for the UK
Yeah.
thing, and it's huge. I mean,
It's
people
huge.
are coming for blood.
Yay!
I think it was the Battle of Bannockburn
I
or
love
something.
it.
What are the clubs in Glasgow that the girls perform at? Did you guys perform in Glasgow, Michelle?
Yeah, at AXM.
AXM.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
a club or is it a venue? What?
It's a club. There's a few of them. There's one in Manchester. There's one in Glasgow.
AXM used to be Bennett's.
Okay.
And that was the first gay nightclub I ever went to.
In Glasgow?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How far away is Alexandria from Glasgow?
A 19-minute train ride.
Oh, super close.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
super close. That's great. Then what made you start doing drag?
Well, when I moved, the first day I moved to America, I had met some people online because I didn't want to come here and not have any friends.
How do you sound so American, though?
Because I changed my voice.
Because Glaswegians have the thickest of all Scottish accents.
And my dad lives here. My dad lives with me.
And does he still
And he
talk
has
like
a
Scot?
brogue like nobody's business.
How did you do that?
It took a long time. but
Even
I
Madonna was British after marrying Guy Ritchie.
Sure. Yeah. It's amazing
That's
that you're
impressive.
able to.
All right, I cut off your story, so go ahead.
I forgot where I was.
No, well, your dad lives here, and you would take a 19-minute ride into
Bennett's.
Bennett. And then there's
And how you got into drag.
Oh, how I got into drag. There we go. The first day I moved here, I had met a guy online. No, it was just a friendly thing. I just didn't want to not have any friends.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And he took me to Oz the first night I got here.
Oh, down in Long Beach?
Uh-huh.
Or in Anaheim?
In Buena Park. And I
Buena
met
Park, yes.
I met Raja. I'd seen Raja. I seen Chanel, Viva Sex,
Viva Zax,
Pauline Diaz, Shadonna at the time. She's Trina Modell now. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I did not know what drag was. I'd only seen Lily Savage with a 2-foot wig.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
These were beautiful women.
Yeah.
And then I just got into backup dancing for them
As a boy.
as a boy. And then I just got put in drag, and then that was it.
So how do you move from Scotland? You had this one friend you met online. You moved to L.A.,
Yes.
not to New York or Texas or anything. Moved to L.A. How'd you find an apartment?
I was more familiar with LA because my dad lived here.
Oh, he already
My
lived
dad
here.
has lived here for years.
And
He
he's Scottish, right?
Yeah.
But your mother's American.
yes.
I see.
And now she's in Australia. Isn't that weird?
Oh, my God.
Where in Australia is your mom?
Perth.
Oh, she's got personality. Yes, yes. So you moved here, got a job doing something.
Yep. I worked at Virgin for a really long time.
Virgin Megastore?
Yep.
You never saw me go in there?
No, I was down in the one in Ontario.
Oh, in
Oh,
Ontario.
because Rue literally.
I lived
Lived.
I
there.
lived, and Amoeba is my favorite place in the world.
Yeah, yeah. The Virgin Megastore on Sunset
And Tower.
and Tower's down the was down the street, but the
Right.
Virgin Megastore at Sunset and Crescent Heights was a place they used to close at midnight, so I would go there at like 10 o'clock at night and shop for 2 hours, just going through things.
I know how you shop for
Oh,
records.
I lived there.
Audiophile.
Audiophile.
music.
I
Love
lived
music.
there, and I would see so many people. It was such a great place to. Actually, that location used to be where Schwab's drugstore moved to after it moved to the place where Lana Turner was allegedly discovered. It's you got to be over 50 to know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't. No, I disagree. You don't have to be over 50.
You just have to be interested.
Yeah, exactly.
Or crazy.
But so you worked at the Virgin Megastore, and then how long did it take you to go from backup dancer to
fully fledged
diva? Yeah.
A couple of years, because I was working my regular job, and then I was doing drag every night. And it got too exhausting, so I chose the drag over there.
And have you seen lately how Miss Michaels' ass has progressed?
Yes.
It's like an evolutionary chart.
Yeah, no sofa is safe.
None.
Around.
Couldn't even sit in the seat.
Morgan.
Today. I sat in the seat at the Drag Race finale taping.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get out the seat.
Right.
Because my ass got caught.
Because Morgan McMichaels is a very thin, tiny.
Yeah.
Right.
But you've taken on padding like whose butt?
Like a Kardashian. Sister.
Like a Kardashian. Yeah. Is that because for a fashion effect or what?
Well, I did not pad on Drag Race, and I had made a statement on season 2 that California girls didn't really pad, and at the time that was true. The only people that I knew that padded were Chad and Jasmine Masters and maybe one or two others.
Raven?
But Raven was padding
Raven
back
did
then.
not pad.
She didn't pad
No.
back then?
On season 2, she was padded.
No, she wasn't. She just put little inserts in. And that was the first. She just brought those to add.
Yeah.
So then I didn't wear them, and I watched myself, and I was like, where is the shape? Like, there was no shape.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it. And then Raven had gotten new pads at Mickey's one night, and she had her old ones. So I was like, well, let me see those. And so I put them in, and she was like, I dare you to just wear them. Just for the show. No, they were tiny little things.
Yeah.
It really didn't make that huge of a difference.
Okay.
It just rounded me out a little bit.
Sure.
And that was it.
How do you make your own pads?
Chad makes them for me.
Chad Michaels.
Who's your drag
Who's my
mother?
drag mother.
Oh, is that why you took the Michaels name?
Yes.
That's
And
what you
her
added.
husband is McGee.
Right.
So, and he's my drag dad. He really helped me out with costumes and replica stuff, and he made a lot of stuff I wore on season 2. So
Morgan McMichaels is a sort of a
hybrid.
portmanteau of McGee and Michaels.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
And I kept it very Scottish, and even Morgan's a Scottish name.
Yeah.
Like Morgan Le Fay was the Queen of the Fairies, and I always
Sure.
wanted to be Queen of the Fairies.
Right. So now, why are you padding so big? Because
I love it.
You love it. You
I
like a
just
big
think
old
it looks
ass.
Yeah.
Do you
amazing.
also cinch with your
No.
padding? No, there's no
She
cinching.
doesn't have to.
Right.
I'm
Because
not
she's-
Violet Chachki, though. I mean, I don't know how she breathes.
Yeah.
Well, that's to her effect. That's what she does. You're tiny to begin with. You're just as small as she is. But your padding is so extreme that it gives the illusion of
Right.
cinching. It
Yeah.
really does.
It does. And you had to get a whole new wardrobe to do it?
Yes.
Right.
A lot of the stuff that fit before does not fit anymore.
Do you so you do not make your own pads?
No.
Chad makes them
Chad
for
makes
you.
them for me.
And now I've never made a set of pads, but what you do is you cut them in the shape of
Who makes them
Africa.
for you?
Yeah.
Joelle goes and has some guy make them. I don't know.
Do you have padding or do you have a pre-made suit that you step into?
No, I have padding, but I wish if I could make a pre-made suit, I'd be, a billionaire at this point
Well, you
with
could.
pads.
People
But this is the thing: is that a person's proportions.
Yes.
Say that fast 3 times. Everyone's different. It's like a lace front wig, where you could probably do something safe to do. So, but you know how long my legs are.
Yeah.
So the pad starts from the knee up to my sort of waist.
Yeah.
And then curves around to my butt. So if you imagine a pad the shape of Africa,
Right.
Yeah.
the Congo is where my butt is. Is basically how this
And
works.
then the other side is where we find the anaconda.
Exactly. So, it's an interesting thing though, padding. So is it one pad that you're
No.
using? It's several.
4.
Wait,
Yeah.
4?
4 on each side.
What?
Yeah.
On
So,
each side.
on each
Is
side.
it like Tetris where each one fits into the each
Kinda. Yeah. It is.
pad Tetris, drag queen
It
Tetris?
is. And of course, when you wash them, and I wash them for Dragcon. I wash them quite often, but I definitely made sure they were washed for Dragcon and the Drag Race finale.
Yeah, because if you've ever been in a dressing room with more than one drag queen who has not washed their pads,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I
It's
wash my
like-
pantyhose daily.
cheese meets a dirty sponge or mop.
Oh, that's a nice
Right?
visual.
It's just
Thank
the
you
smell
for that.
of fecundity. It's just
Yes.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Okay, so are your pads are made out of foam rubber?
No, just foam. I don't know what that's called.
Some people use foam rubber. Some people just use like couch foam.
I use
Yeah.
couch foam.
Yeah. Like I said, no sofa is safe.
Yeah.
No, vary that.
So you're using, there was a guy in Long Beach
Yeah.
who was making these pads out of this interesting foam. I think maybe NASA had developed or something.
Right.
I had them for a
Tempur-Pedic.
long time. They're like Tempur-Pedic or something,
I like
memory foam or
that.
But that-
I like foam rubber versus
The foam.
foam.
right. I don't know what you're talking. I don't know the difference between foam and foam rubber.
Like-
foam rubber has a little more bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a little
But it's
more
heavier.
elasticated.
It's
Yeah, it is
heavier.
heavier.
See,
Where
I'm
do
not
you
trying
get-
to have that.
Right.
So you get them from Chad Michaels.
Yes. I call him and say, look, I need some new shit. I need some new ass.
But why four? Because I use one thing that first of all, I put on a pair of stockings, and then I put on this other stretchy thing that's like leggings.
Okay.
That's stretchy but still tight. And then I stuff the pads in those.
Right.
And then sometimes I will go over that
Right.
with another thing to smooth everything out with the pads.
Which a lot of girls don't take care and do that step, and then they come out and you see all these.
You
little,
see all the
Looks
pads.
like a bag of rocks
Yeah,
inside.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
I put a pair of pantyhose on, then all the hips. Well, I do 3 pairs of hips, and then I put all the rest of the pantyhose on, and then I put the inserts in to give me the bubble.
The inserts go.
I put my
Are they
inserts.
silicone?
No, they're foam.
Okay.
But I put the inserts in right where the concave
Yes.
of a boy's
Of
butt
course.
is.
Yes. Yes.
And that just gives me that bubble butt.
See,
It's huge and lovely.
You know what I do is I do the pads, but I have that bubble butt thing is done in this pair of panties that you can get downtown. That
Yeah, the
has,
bubble panties.
The bubble panties,
Yeah.
and I call it my J-Lo panties, but it has a foam thing sewn into the
Yeah.
butt.
Yeah.
Adore wears those. Ooh, should I have not have said that?
No, I think everybody wants to know, and
Yeah.
this is not just for drag queens. This is useful for everybody.
Yeah.
that wants a bigger ass.
Yeah, that wants a bigger ass, and
And doesn't want to squat.
Oh, honey.
It didn't want to go. It's really interesting, and obviously, like a magician, you really can't tell all the secrets. And obviously, we're saying this on, you're hearing this, but if you saw it done, it would explain a lot. But nobody wants to do that.
I did a padding panel at
Dragcon.
Dragcon.
That's right.
Yes, with Jessica Wilde, and it was a little difficult to show because we didn't have enough time to cut a pad
Right.
and
Yeah.
show. So I just lifted up my dress.
Yeah. Why
There
not?
you go.
Story of my life.
There you have it.
You know.
So we're going to take a little break, but we'll talk more with Morgan McMichaels. Man, oh man, this kid is amazing. So let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Squarespace, ladies and gentlemen, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. They
Yeah.
make, you know what? I think that the key to any design is where it's made easy. It's
Comfort and ease.
Exactly.
Yep.
Functional, comfortable, and almost intuitive. And that's what Squarespace.com does for websites. It's so intuitive. They make it so easy. And listen, when you're ready to get started with a plan, you get a free trial and no credit card required.
Which a lot of people really love because,
Yeah.
remember back in the day, you had to have a webmaster. It's so difficult to
goodness.
maintain everything.
Yeah.
You have to pay your webmaster $150 every time you want to put the word "the" in it.
Yes.
It's not like that anymore, not with Squarespace.
No, they make it so easy. In fact, they've got a new version, their latest version, called Squarespace 7, which is a completely redesigned interface, new templates, and this incredible new feature called Cover Pages. Tell you, making a website has never been easier. In fact, we get lots of emails from people who have used Squarespace, and they love it. In fact, they send their emails into RuPaulPodcast@gmail.com, and they tweet us. I get tweets about how much they love this service. In fact, we got an email from Alex DePaula.
Yes. Says, hey, Rue, I'm a huge fan. Love to hear what you have to say about my work and my Squarespace website. My website is Alex DePaula with a D, just alexdpaula.com. Thanks for all you do and you've done for the gay community. I can express enough of, or I think they mean I can't express enough of my admiration to someone that has helped to change so many people's lives. And that's from Alex DePaula.
I love that. And, Squarespace is changing people's lives because it makes it so much easier to communicate with their constituency, their tribe.
Love that.
As with Alex. And I've seen Alex's website. It's a gorgeous website, a fabulous fashion designer. Hey, kids, listen. if you want to get a website and get a free trial with no credit card required, go to squarespace.com. And when you're blown away and ready to confirm a plan, use the offer code RU. It's just that simple. You get 10% off if you go to squarespace.com and the offer code RU. And not only that, you'll be helping to keep What's the Tea free because they support us, you support them, you know, the circle of life.
One big happy family.
Exactly. It's fabulous. And keep sending your websites to RuPaulPodcast@gmail.com. Love it. We're back with Morgan McMichaels talking about cigarettes. Now, you know, I smoked for 30 years.
And I smoked for 12 or 13.
12 or 13
Still
years.
sing.
Well, but you know, you said you can't quit smoking because
I can
No, you
quit.
can't.
I just don't want to.
you don't want to.
No.
But he smokes 1 to 2 cigarettes a day. So at this point,
Unless I'm at the show. If I'm
Right.
not at a show,
those clubs will kill you. Because I would
That
smoke half a
cruise
pack of
killed me.
cigarettes maybe a day.
Yeah.
Then I go to the club at night. I can smoke a pack just in the club.
yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
So, but if I'm on my downtime, if I'm not working
Yeah.
or I don't smoke.
Do you not care about staying alive?
I do. I
Why
mean,
bother? You're so pretty and you're so full of
I
life.
know,
What?
right?
But what
just
what
kidding.
brand do you smoke?
Marlboro Lights.
Marlboro Lights.
Yeah.
Do you miss it at all, Rue?
I don't miss it because when I tell you, Michelle, that I have had my fill of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Trust me, I have.
So, as
I
have
really
I.
have. I
Yeah.
started smoking when I was 14 years old. Well, listen, my mother would have us light her cigarettes. I
Didn't
was
you
6
start
years
at
old.
10 years old?
I started smoking weed
Pot.
at
Okay.
10 years
Okay.
old.
Damn.
But you know, my mother would say, "Rue, go light a cigarette for me on the stove."
6 years old?
6 years old, sure.
Swear to God.
Yeah, and of course, by the time I'd get from the stove to the back room where she was, I had already, stolen a few.
cigarette.
Yeah,
You already
stolen
got
a few.
had her.
And she smoked Tareyton. Do they still make Tareyton?
No, I don't.
I never
think
even
so.
heard of it.
Tareyton, like Tareyton, New York.
Like my friend's father used to smoke Viceroy.
I used to smoke Viceroy.
Shut up!
You know what Viceroys are? They are cool
tar.
cigarettes without the menthol. The same company. They're cool.
so strong.
I think they're Brown Williamson. They're cool cigarettes. Cool, it's the brand with unmenthol cool cigarettes.
Because when I would go to her house,
Whose
and I
house?
was- my girlfriend Robin. When I was out of cigarettes, this was middle school.
Yeah.
I would steal her a Viceroy from her.
I loved
And I remember being
Viceroys.
like, I smoked Parliament back then.
Yeah.
And then switched to Marlboro Light 100s because they were longer.
Yeah.
You thought you were getting more for your money?
Yes, but I started with Virginia Slim Menthol Lights, and then
I
moved
love
on
those.
To Parliament.
Yeah.
But it's a
smoked Newport for a hot
disgusting
minute.
habit. I know.
Horrible.
I know.
Yeah.
But then the Viceroy, I remember smoking it, going, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
this is the strongest thing I've ever smoked."
Well, because
And a clove.
and a clove.
Those were
Because I started on, I think, Cool Miles were my first
I
brand.
didn't even know they had a mile.
Yeah, Cool Miles. And then I went from there to Cool Filter Kings, 100s. And then, I don't know where I went, but over the years, I smoked many different. Did you only always smoke?
And I've smoked many, but it's funny because we're talking about smoking, and I'm always so self-conscious about how I smell
You don't
because
smell
I
like
smoke,
cigarette.
Yeah, I don't smell.
especially on stage.
Right.
Because before I go on stage, Delta taught me a little secret.
Yeah, but
She's
you
like,
put so much perfume on.
I sure do.
Yeah,
I
girl.
sure do.
I know.
Honey, I am a walking advertisement.
Yes, you are.
But spray your hands with perfume so they don't smell. When you take a tip, your fingers don't smell like cigarettes.
What's your favorite brand of perfume that you choose to wear for drag?
Angel.
Oh,
Angel
Angel by Terry Mugler.
It's just so strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it lingers. For
You can't go
days.
anywhere near detox without.
At all.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. She's the Mugler queen.
She's the poster child.
Wow. Wow. So now, who would you say, when you were on Drag Race, you were very close with Raven.
Yes.
Who would you say now is your sister woman girl?
Well, I'm still very close with Raven. I'm close to all the girls, but Mariah is my roommate now.
Really?
Mariah lives with
Right,
me
because
now.
she moved here.
Yeah, she
That's
moved
right.
here from
Mariah
Atlanta.
Balenciaga.
Paris Balenciaga. Exactly. She lives here. And
Yes.
and how is she doing here?
She's doing great. She's doing a lot of stuff like with work, but she's traveling so much, which is good.
Yeah.
And then she, on her downtime, she's doing hair for me.
Right.
Or
What do you mean hair for
Well,
you?
you know, she's a hairdresser.
she's a hairdresser.
Yes, she is,
So
right.
I have her whip up some wigs
I see.
Because she
said,
wanted to
you
get
know-
back into that. Remember, she said she
Yes.
wanted to start.
on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's trying to actually move back up to LA because we live south. I live in
you in
Miraloma.
Riverside?
I live in Norco.
Oh, okay.
Where is Norco? How do you get there?
Where all the Republicans live.
Of course. Now, okay, what do you take the 5?
No, I take the 60 to the 15
Okay, because the 60 goes east
towards
away
Palm
from.
Springs. Yeah.
Oh, so Norco is south of Palm Springs?
No, Norco is Norco is...
You take the 60 to the 16. I didn't know there
No.
was a 16.
No,
I know there's a
15.
15. Yeah.
15.
So you take the 60 to the 15 and go south.
Yeah, I'm maybe 2 exits south.
Okay.
What city are you by?
Corona.
Okay.
I'm by Corona. I'm in between Ontario and Corona.
Okay. Why do you live down there?
Because I can buy a house.
Right. You own your house?
I'm trying to.
Right.
I'm trying to.
And
I take care of my dad.
Oh, I see.
So I'm trying to have a place for...
It's a lot of driving.
It is.
I know,
but
because
I'm
I live
central
out
to everything.
the other way.
Central to everything. You mean...
So
Your
I'm
gigs.
For my gigs. So I'm an hour to LA, I'm an hour to Long Beach, an hour to Orange County, an hour to Palm Springs.
a lot of
So if you
hours.
have a gig, when do you leave Norco to get to the gig?
It depends. So if I leave for Palm Springs, it's an early show. It's an 8 o'clock show.
Yeah.
So I leave my house at 4:30. Takes me an hour to get down there. I set up. I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't like to rush.
Yeah.
And the better I become at makeup, the longer it's starting to take me to do it. You know.
Right.
So
Wow, that's crazy. I mean,
Really, you think you're good at makeup?
no, not
I'm
at gunpoint.
teasing you,
Not at
Morgan.
gunpoint.
What are you talking
But
about?
I'm learning.
I'm just teasing
You know,
her.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
Wait,
no,
It's
you're
interesting to
good.
pick up little idiosyncrasies from Queens.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So Morgan is not good with her
No, it
makeup?
was just
She
a
looks
read.
gorgeous with her
I was.
makeup.
It's a joke. I was reading her. She knows.
Story of my life. This is a flashbacks to Hooker Makeover.
Now, because have you guys done the tours together?
No. But Morgan and I have a friendship. I mean,
Yes.
I love Morgan, and you know.
We got to do Hooker Makeover together.
That
which
was
I'm
really
super
fun.
grateful
How many
for.
episodes of that did you do?
Oh, I think there was 10
It
episodes.
was great. Look, we had a great time doing it. I love Morgan.
And they're on YouTube now, aren't they?
On Wow Presents,
Yeah.
World
They're
of
still.
Wonder.
Did all 10 wind up on there?
Yeah, they're all on there.
Yeah.
They're all-
Everyone that we did.
Yeah.
And people loved it. You know, we just upset the sex workers.
But it was the first real web series that World of Wonder did with a queen.
Yeah.
You know, before it was before Alyssa's Secret and before
Yeah.
Fashion
Sure.
Photo Review, and
Yeah.
we
had
cutting our
fun,
teeth. We were
yeah.
definitely cutting our teeth.
Yeah.
But I'm so grateful to World of Wonder for letting me do that, and then having Living for the Lip Sync.
Right. You have
then-
another web show called Living for the Lip Sync. Tell me
Well,
the
that's
premise.
done now.
Is it done?
That's done now.
Sex workers come after you too?
Yeah, it was just hard to do. I'm grateful for Theron because he listens to my ideas when I come up with ideas to do. Because again, I'm trying to keep myself afloat. And thanks from season 2 till now, I had 3 seasons of Drag U to keep me up. And then when Drag U was done, I had to figure it out.
Sure.
And you're only as good as how you make yourself.
But you're smart.
There's
You're
no
smart.
excuse
Yeah.
for, I hear a lot of excuses about this and editing and that. And
Yeah.
this is the reason and that's the reason.
Right.
Bippity boppity boo. There's no excuse.
Right.
Because if someone like me, who only made it halfway on season 2, which was that many years ago, is still working my ass off, whether it's traveling, doing local shows or web series, you push and do
You have
whatever
to.
you do.
That's what
And
I've
that's
done.
something you said.
That's what I've done my whole career, and that's why I'm still here.
No
is
way
that
to
You've
work.
got to find a venue or some type of outlet so that you can be seen, so that you can your artistry, your ministry, can be out there.
If
That's
I
what
had
it's all about.
if I had to get in costume, like a cosplay costume, and stand on Hollywood Boulevard, I would do it.
Yeah.
course.
Because nothing is going to stop me. No matter
Right.
how many naysayers or whatever, you don't have to like me, but you will respect me.
How many episodes of Let the Music? What was
Living
it?
for the lip sync.
Living for
let,
the-
let the music play was you. Was,
Yeah, right.
Shannon.
Yeah.
Oh, that was your little music thing
Yeah.
that you would
But
do.
then
No, but
Adore
that's
did it.
that's a duet we do too,
Yeah.
Michelle.
It
That's-
is? Really?
Yeah, we
What?
do
So
it
it's
as a
called?
Let the Music Play.
Oh, right.
But that was a web series on Wow Presents too,
Yeah,
where the
Ruse.
girls get to. After Rue, it was Sharon, and then it
Yeah.
was Adore, and I
Yeah.
think they've kind of fizzled down because
Wait,
not that many.
how many episodes of your show did you do of that? What was it called again?
Living for the lip sync.
Living
Yeah.
for the Lip Sync.
And that was just a way, again, to promote myself and the girls.
And the girls, because all the girls do music, so why not promote the whole
well,
thing?
it wasn't even about, it was more about performance.
I see.
But it was hard to do because there are a lot of copyright laws, and you're not allowed to play
of course
music.
there are.
Right, that's
and then
right.
you have to get permission from the people on YouTube. So what I was trying to do, and it was take the girls that have been on Drag Race and show what they can do.
Exactly.
And then I got the opportunity to bring in like newcomers, like a fan submission. So the girls that maybe want to try out for Drag Race, they got to be featured.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, people don't understand that when you play music, it has to be licensed
And paid for.
That's why all the time. I mean, how many? I know I can tell you on Twitter, so you can imagine. I can imagine how many you get when they say, "How come you haven't lip synced to this song?"
Right.
How come it's guys? We try.
We try everything.
If the record company or the artist or whoever doesn't want it to be done, it won't be done.
Yeah,
Prince.
yeah. And it has to be paid for. It has to be agreed to.
Yeah.
And that's why
And you can only play it so many times.
right, exactly. That's why you don't see the lip sync in Untucked. You see, like the new version of Untucked, you see a slowed down version of it,
And
Which
then
I
they go
love.
home.
It's music. I love that.
I love this new version of
I
Untucked.
do
do too.
I think it identifies people more with the girls
Yeah.
that they're seeing. Because you're one thing when you're on. And when you know
Right.
those cameras are rolling in that workroom and the stress of it all, this Untucked is so phenomenal because it shows the girls in a kind of
I
right,
agree.
right.
a little bit.
Now, speaking of Untucked, now you had a famous scene in Untucked with
Mystique Summers,
Mystique
Madison.
Summers Madison.
Summers Madison.
Right,
Who
because-
looks phenomenal, by the
She
way.
does.
She's lost a lot of weight, right?
does.
Yeah. Well, she's the one. She says to you, "Bitch, I'm from Chicago."
Yes.
What had happened before that? What preceded her saying those words?
I think I was egging her on, to be honest, because there was just
Egg McMuffining her
Ed
on.
McMuffin. Well, you know that, as you know, the first episode's always the toughest.
Yeah. Was that the first episode?
That was the first episode because you have to make your own outfit. You don't want to go home 1st. The stress of being in a room with 12 bitches you don't know. I had the luxury of knowing Raven, so thank God. But it was overwhelming. And then, chatting back and forth and just...
And cocktails are involved.
Well, I'm from Scotland. I don't need a cocktail to be fiery, but of course it just fueled the fire. But
Yeah.
we just had it out. I told her I didn't like your mouth. That's it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, hit me. It was childish.
Oh, my
looking back.
goodness.
But she's one of my biggest supporters now, and I love her to death just as much. When I broke my ankle in Australia, she set up a GoFundMe account.
Wait a minute. You broke your ankle in Australia.
Yes.
Performing on stage?
Yes.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Death
the stage
dropping?
separated.
The stage separated.
Yeah. And I went back. I caught myself, but I went over on my ankle.
Oh, my goodness. And you're in a different country performing.
Yes. First night.
What's first night?
shit.
What city?
Brisbane.
On Brizzy. And so you're performing. And what does one do when you're on stage in a different country and you break your ankle?
I finished the number, and then I went back and got dressed for my next one.
Oh, my God.
While limping.
Oh, yeah.
So
It was hopping more than a limp.
so you did the next show.
I did the next 5 shows.
Oh.
When did you go to the doctor?
I went to the doctor the next day, and they told me I had torn ligaments.
Uh-huh. But
what
it
did they
wasn't
do?
it wasn't torn ligaments.
No. Because by the time I got to Perth, and flying, you're at risk of a DVT anyway. So
Right.
my
What's a
mom's
DVT?
Deep vein
vein
thrombosis. Which is
Say that again slower.
Deep vein thrombosis.
See, I love a good old deep vein thrombosis myself.
Yeah, well, who doesn't, really?
But that's why the people wear the massage socks. Like I'll
And
wear
you-
them like a
they tell you to-
grandma.
they tell you to move
Get
your
up
feet.
every hour. Do these on the plane if you're traveling for more than 2 or
Yeah.
3 hours. Yeah.
For everybody?
For everybody.
You should always do this on the
If you
plane.
can get up
Yeah.
every hour or every 2 hours and just walk, like go to the bathroom, wash
Yeah.
your hands, walk.
Well, see, people walking up in the aisles, that always annoys me. It's like, why don't
they
you
have-
sit in
you
your
have
damn
to.
seat?
That's why.
Is that anything to do with restless leg syndrome?
No.
No, two
No.
different things, but some people are more at risk for DVT.
Yeah. So with a break, you're really at risk. Because the blood was pooling in my foot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So I was flying from different city to city. Of course, my mom's a nurse, so I took asprin. I knew to take aspirin.
Sure.
To thin your blood.
To thin my blood.
And this is before you knew it was a break.
This is before I knew it was a break.
Right.
But I got to Perth, and my mom met me at the airport, and she took one look at it, and she was like, "It's purple, and you're an idiot."
Right.
My mother reads the house down.
Yeah.
That's where I get it from.
She lives in Perth.
Yes.
Oh, how
so,
about
and
that?
she's a nurse at the Royal Perth Hospital.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll get whipped right into the hospital. And X-rayed and all that.
What does she
stuff.
live in, Mandurah or Fremantle?
No, she lives in oh Christ, what's it called? Karen Up.
Carrot Up?
Karen Up. Yeah.
Where is
Yeah.
that?
I have no idea. It's on the outskirts of the city, though.
Not near the ocean or anything.
No, it's just a 10-minute drive.
So did you have to get a cast?
Oh yes, I had to stay. I wasn't allowed to fly.
For
So you
how
stayed
long?
with your mother.
I
Thank
stayed
God.
with my mother. I know, right?
Imagine
Yeah. Imagine that.
But I'm a British citizen.
you still would have had to pay for a hotel.
I have free. I could have stayed in the hospital.
Yeah.
But I have free healthcare in the UK.
I think
in
everybody
Australia.
does if they're over there. I
No.
think everybody does.
No, because if you're American, you're not covered. Because Australia is a Commonwealth of the United Kingdom, I get free healthcare.
Right.
But when all that happened, I had my management company, All Star, Latrice's company, call all of the David, your producer entertainment, and Shangela say what. Now everybody has to have, it's in the contracts.
They have to have what?
Health insurance now.
When they go to abroad.
When they go abroad.
Okay.
Because that happened to me and I was lucky enough that I was taken care of. When I came back here, Mystique's GoFundMe helped pay my medical bills.
How about that?
Yeah. And
Which is so
did
nice
that.
of Mystique.
Queens helping queens.
I
Right.
love it.
That is fantastic. I love that. And thank God your mother lived in Perth. I'm assuming the tour ended in Perth.
It did. That was the last day. Wow. Was in Perth. But I did all the others. And I did what I could with my big old chunky foot.
Ah, you poor thing.
Well, Morgan McMichael, we are so proud of what you've done, not only as the Harriet Tuckman of drag, Harriet Tuckman of drag.
And Harriet Tubman.
But it's
There's no
fun.
Tubman.
Yeah, does everybody say that?
Tubman.
Wait a minute, does everybody say
Tugman?
Tugman?
Tub.
Her name is Tubman.
Yes.
You say Tugman.
I've always said Tuckman.
Which does not surprise me.
Yeah.
But now she's Tuckman. Now she's Tuckman. Yes, I've heard people call her Harriet Tugman.
Yeah, I've always said that.
Tub.
Yeah, Tub.
It's not an easy name.
No, it's not an easy
Tubman.
name. It's like
It wasn't an easy life.
No, it was not an easy life.
true.
But you have taken on that life, Morgan
Basically.
McMichaels.
But I'm having fun.
And you're
Tubman.
having
Still
fun.
having fun.
The Underground Drag Railroad.
Yes.
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 And I love it.
Yeah.
But
And
you don't stop, you know.
You don't
Nothing
stop. You
is
don't
going to
stop.
stop me.
Yeah. And so I'm sure you've got tours and things.
Well, I just started doing stand-up comedy.
What?
Yes, at the
Comedy
comedy store
Store.
on Sunset Boulevard.
I love that.
And I started in a show called Pretty Funny Women.
Uh-huh.
Because obviously it's tongue-in-cheek that I'm not
Sure.
really a woman.
Yeah.
And I come out
not?
last. I know, surprise, right?
Yeah.
Because my beautiful feminine face and voice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'm doing stand-up comedy up there. And it's fun. It's such a different
Scary,
audience.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nothing like I've ever experienced.
Right. And you're with Latrice's company, which is called what?
All-Star Management.
AllStarManagement.com.
Soon to be LRI Management, yeah.
LRI.
I'm thinking
Latrice
Latrice
Royale.
Royale Incorporated.
Yep, LRI.
Uh-huh. And how do people find you for a booking? Is there a
They
website?
They go generally on my Facebook, or they'll contact someone about how to try to find me.
What is the Latrice website? What is that?
LatriceRoyale.com.
But that's how she
It's
gets
All-Star
bookings?
like if you want to get a hold of me, it's All-Star Hamblin, HAMBLIN
Okay.
at Gmail.
Or just do a Google search.
Or just go into the
Or just go to social medias, right?
Or just go into the bathroom, look on the wall,
Yeah.
you find my phone number.
That's the best way.
Hello.
Morgan McMichael, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're lovely,
I appreciate
and
it.
I appreciate what you're doing, not only for the brand of RuPaul's Drag Race, but also for the good Samaritan hosting and outreach program that you are,
I think
running.
that's amazing.
It is amazing because it's a selfless thing and it's something that needs to be done.
But I think your words resonate. Like, we're family, we choose our family, and we have to, no one else is going to take care of us but us.
That's right.
So that's it. The things you say on TV are they stick. It sticks.
It's important. Very important. Well, guys, there you have it. Morgan McMichaels. Morgan McMichaels.
I was ready. Go.
All right, until next time. Bye.
Bye.
Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes.
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Amen.